Okay, and my this Burmese friend is now in US, Santa Barbara. So why do you think that he need to go to Korea this month? Very important. Okay, maybe Jing Tian, why do you think he go to Korea? He need to go back. Sorry. Yes. National service. Why must go to national service? Bei Kun. Thank you, Jing Tian.
Compulsory.
To like
Because of his
protect the country.
Yeah, because of his neighbor, the Doraemon. Okay, I call that leader called Doraemon. Okay, because he don't want to prevent the Xiaoting to attack South Korea. So yeah, he told me he's to go for 1 year and 10 months of service, and most likely he's not coming back. He has been in Singapore for 10 over years. He studied here. He finished his diploma. He got a scholarship, so-called, and then after he graduated, he went to NUS to study engineering. Well done. Okay, if any one of you here tell me not going to go to university, please quickly log off from here. I don't want to see you. Okay, so your dream is to go to university. No, I'm serious, right? Jing Tian, correct? Right, agree? If you tell me, like my daughter keeps saying go diploma, I can go degree, the one. And in fact, I'm going for my 3rd degree next year. But guess what? My wife stopped me from going. Very sad. Okay, now I want to go through with some of the essay. Okay, Jing Tian, you just sit back. Okay, thank you. So later, Tong Ye, you update me again to see roughly who is coming, so I can arrange. Right, thanks. So now let's go to the lesson. I thought I got a lot of students. I see, where is it? No, I cannot. Oh my gosh. Give a minute. Oh yes, I need to show this one first. Okay, a lot of students, a lot of students recently asked me, what is this appraisals all about? So every lessons we're going to have this appraisal. So let's talk about Tong Ye first. Okay, so for the first lesson, okay, Tong Ye, your responsibility is 8 out of 10. Okay, you're hardworking and disciplined. You're creative to ask answers. So every time when I call your name, every lessons, I'm checking on you already. Sorry, so that at least at the end of the 4 lessons, Jing Tian, okay, this report will not just go to you, will goes to your parents. Okay, so 一目了然，一清二楚. Okay, why I say so? Because instead of your parents call me and check me, please, your job is to explain to your parents. But please ignore this part here because you don't take my English lesson. Okay, so ignore this part here. You just take note of this one. And then what is a response? That means if I ask you, Jing Tian, what is the citizenship's rights? What is diversity? Okay, I only give 5 seconds to every student. All right, so if you cannot answer the question, then you say pass. Okay, so don't waste time. Not because you're stupid or what. Sorry, the class is no such thing as stupid. Okay, so 8.5, and then multiple intelligence. This one here is called the lights, which is called linguistic visuals. Okay, just for Jing Tian's sake. This actually number 5 is the accumulations of all here. All right, and then at the end of the day, your understanding is that I plan to want to know this topic. Okay, I would like to discuss, and I review. Okay, this is how I teach my students. All right, sorry, this is how I teach my leaders. Sorry, you're not my student. Okay, so we're going to do last week, we do this one. And then you got hand in homework, not hand in homework, hand in half of the homework. And here, this is a comment. So Tong Ye, this is a comment for the first lesson. Okay, so at the end, I'm not going to give every week. So this is the first time only. By end of this one, then I'll give you. Okay, thank you. Please explain to your parents. Thank you. So now let's go back to this one here. So for the benefit of Jing Tian, sorry, I got to get to know the name correctly. Sorry. Okay. Last week we are talking about SRQ, structure response questions, using TAIX, taxi. So when there's a timeline, who's the audience? So extract 1, 2, and 3, right? Take note of that. Okay. Can Jing Tian, you can use your camera to take a picture first if you want to. Okay. But if you want to take the picture, tell me so I can show my face. Okay. Done? Okay, take a picture. All right, so we're going to go through this. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, done. Okay, let's go through. I'm going to go through all the student who had just handed in the homework. Let's go through. If you continue right like that now, you are torturing Uncle Raymond. You know that, Tong. Do you think it's the right thing to do? Please unmute. Unmute.
Yes.
今天你看到了吗? This is the student that I have. Do you think it's good or bad? 要跟他讲，静静，他听不到啊。我小声跟你讲。今天 is it good?
Good.
It's awesome. As a teacher, I like to see students write like that. I enjoy it, no? Seriously. But as long as students have any homework, I love it. I love this kind of torture. I'm seriously. Yesterday, my goddaughter did this question, Tong Ye. He said that, 干爹，不要做可以吗? I don't want to do this. I was so fed up, no? I forced her to do. She really broke down, okay? But she completed 2 hours. I will scan it and send it to all of you and take a look, okay? Now, in your opinion, suggest what can you be done by the government to manage these challenges? Tong Ye, why not take this to practice your oral, okay? In 3, 2, 1, go.
The government could welcome more immigrants to come to Singapore to work. Singapore had been a labor-intensive country with industries and technology-intensive projects since 1965.
Stop. Where do you get this? Where you get this information? Who told you this one?
Textbook.
Very good. Wow. It's CK, huh? CK, huh? You know what is CK? 星宇.
Contextual knowledge.
Oh, 这在问星宇.
Oh, oops.
Okay, it's okay, it's okay. 星宇 know already, huh? Thanks to her. CK. Okay. 今天 what is GK? What is GK?
GK, I don't know CK.
CK, the CK shopping center, right? In Singapore also got CK ma. Every time my wife will ask me to go and buy things, one very bad, I become house husband. Jialing, what is GK? 要给我的点啊，快点啊，想好一点。
Oh, I don't know.
Yao Yi, what is GK?
General knowledge.
写下来，今天 we need a contextual knowledge. We need a general knowledge. Contextual knowledge is what Tong Ye was talking about 1965. At the same time, Tong Ye, this 1965 was also very important in general knowledge. What is it? Tong Ye.
Independence, Singapore's independence.
Yes. And so what's so big deal about this independence? Huh? Lang Ti, what's so special about independence? And then this Tong Ye was writing about job intensive, and what's so big deal? Lang Ti.
What?
What's so big deal about this 1965 independence, where you allow immigrants and welcome to come to Singapore to work?
The economy.
Very good. Hello, sir. Don't give me like that. An economy lah.
Oh, it's to boost the economy of Singapore.
This is a leader talking. If you say economy, it's Bing talking. Okay, don't mind joke. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, why economy is important in 1965? As you know, we broke away from British colonies. We decided to be independent. Okay, very simple. Okay, like who I want to disturb now? Zhao Xuan, 不要跑掉，来，赵璇。So at the age of 21, right? You're going to be a young adult, correct now?
Yeah.
When you graduate, you finish your NS. Will you still want to continue every day to take pocket money from your parents, or will you want 自身更立? What you call that? 一晨帮我 to be more independent. That means you 自己赚钱，自己 take care. Correct not? 赵璇.
Sorry.
You would want to feed yourself by working on your own, correct not? 赵璇. Yeah. So same thing, you see. So when Singapore become independent, and then we broke away from Malaya, he has to be like a 21 years old guys who know how to take care of himself economically, politically, and socially. It's called PS, right? Same thing, ladies and gentlemen. After 21, you finish your study. So, 今天, sorry, when I teach SS, I want to relate in real life. Okay, there's no point to get A1 doesn't relate. So when you're 21, you got 30 years old. So 今天 when you're 30 years old already, you and your husband, okay, want to find a house then you want to get near to your husband's house or how you get a house that is near to your child's school. You get me? So this is where your inference and your comparison. Okay, ready? Go. The aging.
The aging population and the continued demand for more workers increase the need for manpower in the country. The government could manage this problem by allowing more foreigners to come to Singapore to work, filling in the gap of lack of manpower in Singapore. One example of this would be the immigration policy introduced from the 1990s, which allowed foreigners to work in Singapore and obtain work visas easily. With more immigrants working in Singapore, the government is able to manage the problem of lack of manpower.
What is the problem recently with a lot of Singaporean? And this Mr. Shanmugam was talking about the EP and then saying why they are having an influx of Indians coming to Singapore. It becomes a Chiang Mai business park instead of Changi business park. What's your problem? Become a Marina financial hub, it become Mumbai financial hub. Why is Singaporean so stereotyping and xenophobia? Seriously. So why? Because very simple. Because they worried there is loss of job. Recently, our dear Lawrence Wong went to Venice for a G Summit talk. And that at the Venice, people are rioting against the G taxes globalization issue. Why? Why is it so? Can anyone tell me now? Xingyu. Some of you said 4 is going to poly and anyone got EAE. My goddaughter and the other student, you got it, huh, Tong Ye? You got the interview, right? Okay, do you know by writing the 600 words, it's just a stepping stone to go in. The Su Ying, the main thing is where you have the interview with the lecturer. Okay, that one will make the difference because I was an interviewer before, not in Ngee Poly. We're working in Fuji Xerox, okay, and Bank of Switzerland, all these places. Okay, so you know that kind of challenge I have. So why is it important, Sing? You know my question? Why is it important that why Singapore need foreigners to come into?
They need more foreign talent.
Yeah, 这个我知道. So 今天, so it's the question is a so then how. Always use a so then how. So at the end of this lesson, your mommy will ask you, so 今天, how is the lesson? Stupid law, the botak uncle Raymond boring. Then what you learn? Learn SS lah, then learn what? Learn how to cook meh? Then how was the lesson? So law, so then how? So 今天, I know we need foreign talents. If you're going to put like this during your interview, you cannot. Please expand it, sir.
I'm not sure how I explain the thing.
Just do it, bro. Just do it. You can. Come on. Don't be shy.
Thing is because a lot of jobs like being a cleaner, all those like Singaporeans do not want to do, so they need foreigners to do for us.
Got it, man, bro. Thank you. Why you IDK? Typical Singaporean, golden mouth, diam时代, well said. Because certain jobs criteria, nobody want to take. Okay? But not true, eh? This Changi business part, they're all programmers. You guys can do it. What? My Set1 student is doing Python. He say, I want to do this. I want to be one of the best programmer. What's wrong with that? Why this? What Tong Ye was saying that, yeah, we need the EP pass, the special pass, and all these things because, can you write down, children? Singapore lack of one very, very important M. That thing is called, if some of you are in geography, you will know, this one is very important. You say this to your whoever, you get it. It's a very important. What is that M? Uncle taught you 5M 今天我们也是用孙子兵法。你懂谁是孙子兵法吗？那个是我的爷爷来的。Okay, one of the 5M. Be serious, Singapore cannot compete with China, cannot compete with India, cannot compete with US. That M, what is that M?
Manpower.
Okay, but not that. Wait. That is why Singapore want you all to come to Singapore. Singapore government want the manpower like you. Okay, that one can bring, but that one forever cannot one. Tong Ye, you know which M? Don't tell me money, please. It's material, natural resources. We cannot compete. Can you imagine if Malaysia not going to send in food, sayonara, that's it. So Singapore lack of natural resources. That is why we need sustainability. Okay, that is why we need new water, because we don't want to depend others. It's a last Christmas song, once bitten, twice shy. You know why? Because 1965 British left. Then I want to join Malaya. Malaya say, tak boleh, sayonara, tak boleh, bye-bye. You don't join Abang, sorry. Then he left. So Lee Kuan Yew found it. We need to be sustainability. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are 21, your parents get old. Okay, with a set 4 education, you only can draw about $3,000 to $4,000. A poly, maybe 4,000, 5,000. A degree, maybe 5,000. And all of you here are going to go to university. How much are you going to take? 6,000, 7,000? And you're going to buy a house? You're going to give birth, then go to hospital. Everything's our expenses. Even my set 1 or set 3 boys told me that cannot. Singapore is very expensive. Even now, China is also very expensive. How are you going to save for a rainy day? Okay, that is the resources. Resources is very important for Singapore. So we do not have natural resources. Therefore, we have to build sustainability by building a rooftop, gardens, solar panel. All right, thank you. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. The government?
The government should also encourage early saving for retirement. The number of elderly citizens will almost double from 440,000
in 2015 to
440,000 in 2015 to 90,000 by 2030. And they will be supported by a smaller base of working younger citizens. This will worsen the old age dependency ratio in Singapore. However, if every citizen starts saving for retirement from the moment they start working, they will be able to support themselves financially when they retire. Thus, the elderly citizen would no longer be an economic burden and drain on the working age citizens' increased taxes. One example of this implemented would be the Central Provident Fund.
Sorry to interrupt. One example of these implementations would be
the Central Provident Fund, CPF. CPF is important for Singaporeans to save more to last them through a longer retirement, or they may end up outliving their savings. CPF Life was also introduced in 2009 to provide Singaporeans with lifelong monthly payouts in retirement. Thus, with elderly citizens being able to support themselves financially, the need for increased taxes on working citizens would decrease, lightening the financial burden of working citizens and government, thus managing the challenge.
Wow, Hong Ye, this paragraph was so much thing to say, and it really tells me that first, Yao Yi, do you know what is CPF Life? So easy, Life CPF law. Correct, wow, it's correct, huh? So yeah, what is Life CPF? That means for all the way until you die already. Okay, seriously, not you die, sorry, I die. So CPF Life means until the day you die. Seriously, and it's called a kind of insurance policy. Okay, Yang Ti, inside of CPF, which are the components in CPF? Please write down, Get ready, I'm testing you, Yang Ti. Don't Google, don't play cheat. Which are the 3 components in CPF?
This one I'm not sure.
Wild guess.
This one I really don't know.
Okay, thank you, sir. Ethan?
I'm not very sure.
Okay, fair enough. Pei Kun, what is the component in the CPF?
Healthcare.
Healthcare, okay, very close. Is MediSave right now? MediSave, ordinary account and special account. Okay, this contribute and constitute about 22% of the employee. Now, ordinary account can use money to buy houses. Special accounts, which is my daughter used my CPF special account to pay for her diploma course. MediSave is where you go HSB. Right now, what is HSB? Not Hong Kong Shanghai Bank. Hospital, surgical, and boarding. 就是住医院 inpatient and outpatient. MediSave. Okay, take note. So this one is very important in case because of the high medical bills that everyone have this. 今天 you are talking to an ex-insurance agent. That is me. I was an AIA, I was for NTUC, I also for Manulife. So I went through the test before. So let's go through MediSave. Do you know in MediSave right now, there's this MediSave, MediShield, and MediFund. 嘉玲，你知道吗？ Have you heard before?
Yeah.
You 听过吗？ Okay, MediSave is when only you work, then you got money, right? 今天 you know about this, right? Okay, how about MediShield? Ziyi, are you there? How about MediShield? Ziyi. What is MediShield?
MediShield is the what's it called?
In your layman's word,
The government, the insurance.
very
the
good.
CPF one.
Yes. So what happened is, thank you, Ziyi. Well done. So what Ziyi say is insurance. That means it's co-insurance right now. That means you pay a bit through your MediSave. At the same time, you buy a AIA, NTUC, Great Eastern Life, or AXA, AXA, or Aviva. It's co-insurance. Okay. So that in case, like for example, all the ladies, just a quick one. If your wife give birth in the future, would you want to put her in Gleneagles or Mount Elizabeth Hospital, or you want to put in KK?
What?
When your wife give birth, will you put your wife to give her in Mount Elizabeth or Gleneagles or KK Hospital?
KK.
KK 听好啊，今天同意 everyone KK means government subsidy heavily okay. But some of my friends say like recently one of my friends, he went to Gleneagles there, private hospital. This is where you can use your MediShield to cover, because you know private hospital very expensive. Hey, how about MediFund? FUND. What is MediFund? Xing Chen, do you know what is MediFund? Okay, Hao Rui, do you know what is MediFund? Hao Rui? No idea? Xing Yu. Today I'm going to target Xing Yu. Just kidding. Okay. Yi Chen,
Huh?
what is MediFund?
It's like government fund, I think.
Yes, very good. Okay, thank you. 今天 do you know what is MediFund? Okay, share with the class.
I think it's more about like when you need the money to pay for something, then you can apply for this funding.
Okay, so I need money, I go MediFund. Can
You have to like there's a certain standard that you have to.
you know why? Because I got no hair, I got no standard. I cannot go, is it?
I
Very
think
bad.
it's more about, like your socioeconomic status and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, quite correct. Ladies and gentlemen, MediFunds are for those people who really dry out their MediSave. They cannot use MediShield to cover. Example, can you write down Hong Tou Jin? You know it's Hong Tou Jin, right? The Samsui woman. Okay, seriously, they play a part in Singapore a lot, right? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Because of your family, your parents contribute income tax and corporate tax and GST and ERP. All this money was allocate some of the fund to MediFund. Some of the government money to MediFund for those people who cannot pay the very expensive, exorbitant medical bill. And this is where the MC1F people will go and help these poor people. Usually, one rumors. If you guys have do VIA, you know, right? If you go to the old folks' home where these old folks can't even pay anything, you cannot just let them die, right? Let's be fair. This is a gracious society. And thank you to all of us who contribute one way or another to get the money to put it there. So Akong Ama can take the vehicle to transport them to a hospital for checkup. And all expenses are paid by the government. But then again, you're right. They check on the mean testing right now. Mean testing. Now imagine today I don't mind because you're new. If I stay in Bukit Timah, My house got 5 stories. I got big swimming pool. And then I can have a helicopter landing on my rooftop. Can I take Medifund? I'm Singaporean. What's wrong? Very bad. I don't talk to you already, Jintian.
Like you
Cannot
don't even need this. You can afford your own healthcare.
But I'm Singaporean. Why cannot?
Like you have to be fair for the society. So if you are
I
more-
contribute a lot of tax. I pay government $1 million tax. Why cannot?
because you are able to pay the $1 million, so you are rich enough to pay for yourself.
Oh, this is time I don't fall sick every time. Okay, then you ask me, Uncle, where you want to stay? I want to stay in Mount Elizabeth, Class A. Outside, I got 2 bodyguards to protect me because I scared people kidnap me. You sounds very ridiculous, Jintian. Sadly to say, when Uncle Raymond was doing this charity work, can you imagine the mother stay in a one room? The son is a doctor, the daughter is a lawyer, and the third one is a businessman, right? Obviously, the 3 of them can let the mom to stay in Class A. They put the mom Class C. 10 bed, 30 bed. I was damn bloody shocked. And they visit them. It's like once a year. And sorry, I don't want to mention any race. Okay. I was damn shocked. You can imagine the old lady talking in front of me crying. After that, I was turning and cursing and swearing all the vulgarity words, if I can, on the kids. 真的不忠不孝不仁不义. I see that in my own life. When I bring my students, I was an ex-teacher, I went to the Amoy home. The children are businessmen rich, throw their parents in the old folks home. And the lady tell me, these few beds are actually, they can have helper put them at home, right? Take care, right? They put it in such a way the mom stay alone, so therefore stay in old folks home. So this money, you're right. Why I test you because at the end of the day, all of you sitting here will be one of the minister or a CEO or officer who make decision. A decision making is very important. You have to weigh the pros and cons. Okay, emotional comes in. I agree. Okay, as I want to be a criminal lawyer before, but because of financial reason, because my mom is a widow, so I have to work in other way to get my the other degree. But as you can see that in the eye of the law, everyone is equal. So CPF Life, MediSave, MediShield, MediFund, or even Pioneer Generation now, right now, Pioneer Generations and Merdeka Generation, all these will be tested. Okay, seriously, all these will be tested because it's part of Singapore's growth. Okay, so thank you, Tong Ye, well done. And you're talking about this retirement. Yes, it is true. They encourage the seniors to have enough saving. So in other countries, Tong Ye, the government tax a lot. But at the end of the day, like if you go to England or Australia, like my uncle is in NZ, New Zealand, they pay very high tax, but they enjoy free medical bill. My friends have wife keeper in Melbourne, the doctors, everything, pay everything, but he pay very high taxes. But my cousin was in London, but he refused to stay longer because they don't want to pay these taxes and feed those, sorry to use maybe parasite, no racism again, okay? 好吃懒做，不顾正业的人. Now, do you want this, ladies and gentlemen, in Singapore to happen like that? There are people who use the just 排队拿那个钱. We don't want that. Because again, it drilled down. We do not have natural resources. US, New Zealand, Australia can do that because they got vast natural resources. The sheep in New Zealand, not the tutu, the SHEP, 那个羊妹妹 is already 5:1 ratio of humans. 他们不够吃，他杀一只羊都可以吃一个月。我们杀什么？我们杀石头HDB 拿个石头下来吃You see, that's the difference about Singapore. Okay, that is the reason why we study social study. We need to 为那个字未雨绸缪 to save for a rainy day. We cannot anyhow spend. And all of you really once in your lifetime. I hope this will not happen in your life long. This is my first time. I hope this is my last one. Last year Singapore got this 5 budget. Okay, giving billion of dollars to the government, to the whole Singapore. We return back to society. It's no point talk without walk. Some country, my auntie told me, in the country there, they don't even give a lot to the people. Such a big country. How will people look at Singapore now? You guys are the next generation of leaders. If you're going to screw up Singapore, I'm going to take a train or take a sampan and go to Kangaroo, Australia, and jump with the kangaroo. I dare not want to stay here. Your parents your grandparents and myself had done a great deal for Singapore. Just not social study. No point A1. Sorry, I cannot promise your A1s. Tong Ye, let's go.
Maintaining internal order is more significant in working for the good of the society. In maintaining internal order, Singapore utilizes agencies such as police, prison, and civil defense forces to protect citizens, property, and whatever the society believes should be protected. This ensures that social services such as schools, hospitals can exist with the peace and safety that the government provides.
Will provide.
Will provide.
Sorry, I would prefer to use words like will provide, must provide, to emphasize the commitment, to emphasize the rigorousness, okay? To tell the examiner, this is what the government will do for us, to show the rights and responsibility. You see, your parents will not provide for you. Like, your parents will definitely provide for you. They ought to provide to give you the best so that you will not suffer for the rest of your life. Okay, carry on. This can be done.
This can be done by protecting the country from crime and criminal harm, which includes terrorism, public disorder. When internal order is maintained, social services will not be disrupted, ensuring the continued peace and life of the citizens. This ensures that the citizens are happy living in Singapore and feel safe and secure. This leads to them to have a sense of belonging and a sense of loyalty. Moreover, the safe environment will be able to attract investors, which would be able to continue to contribute to Singapore's economy. Thus, it will be is for the good of the society.
You see, when I was joining the police force last year and we're doing patrolling now, guys, I think all of you, okay, if I'm a guy, Jing Tian, I would be very scared in US walking because people will molest me and rape me. Why so more? Serious? Why Xinyu got problem? 我长得挺好看的, okay? Okay, joke aside, but why, ladies and gentlemen, why do you think you feel safe in Singapore? Why do you don't feel safe when you go to other countries and walk maybe 10 o'clock? You know, my daughter come back 11 plus, you know, sometimes my wife worked late last time, you know, or sometimes I work late. Why? Not because Singapore got a lot of everywhere got cameras, things like that. We look after one another. We got citizens on patrol. We got volunteer police like myself. We do patrolling 24/7. We got neighboring calling and say, hey, my neighbor just went for holiday, but I see someone standing at the door there. Can you send some officer come and take a look? Correct or not? This is what we call neighborly. So this is something what we have in Singapore. We provide the best to make sure that everyone in Singapore is what taken care of and not Singaporean taken care of. Okay, and then the next thing that Tong Ye mentions about why terrorism will not happen, because if everyone's respect one another, if this minority race is being neglected, I definitely 跟你同归于尽. I will kamikaze with you already. 今天 you know what is kamikaze? このマスターで大凶モンスター2本でした。あらきりです。万歳。日本の自殺飛機、kamikaze, the aeroplane. そうですね。わかりました。Okay, ありがとう。Okay, so this concept of unity is very important. And what Tong Ye mentioned is that because it's a sense of loyalty, that is a keyword. Not only loyalty, ladies and gentlemen, write down. You start with the word F. Don't think of anything. Start with the word F. What is the word? Jialing. End with a H. You know what is the word, Jing Tian?
Faith.
Yes, you've got to have faith by George Michael. Okay, faith. You must have faith in one another. And another word, start with T, end with T. Anyone? Jialing?
Trust.
Thank you, sir. Write down that you must have faith, you must have trust, okay, and you also must be very another T. 那个华文字上面一个刀，下面一个心 Anyone？上面一个刀，下面一个心，把鱼点过去，那个忍字啦。What is say? How you say in Chinese? Wait, I know your Chinese over already. Alright. What is the word? You are able to tolerate. Okay, because it's a very tormenting situations like COVID-19. So it's a very tough time. So all the T effect comes in. Okay, thank you so much. Now let's talk about external factor.
Maintaining external security is most significant in working for the good of the society. Singapore engages the Singapore Armed Forces and diplomacy to deter potential enemies' threats from attacking Singapore.
This one, stop. This one is definitely you use your set 4 knowledge already. Okay, you're talking. I will say that you're using this part here a bit of set 4 contextual knowledge already, because diplomacy and deterrence is in globalization. 对吗？今天对吗？ Okay. Now, before I forget, children, please turn to your textbook, page 52 and 53. You have to read that one. Turn to your textbook 52 and 53. Is your textbook right in front of you now? Before I forget. In fact, last week I've been putting this textbook. I keep forgetting. Yes, thank you, Yao Yi. That's the textbook. Do you see 52 and 53 on Yao Yi? What do you see? Yao Yi? You see Uncle Raymond's face there?
The different ministries.
Yes. Okay. Please, you have to know them and read them. Honestly, can I ask, Pei Kun, are you there? Pei Kun?
Yes.
Do you look through this page 52 and 53 now? Since last year and now, did you honestly tell Uncle Raymond, please?
Yes.
Well
The
done.
teacher told us, yeah.
Sorry again?
The teacher told us to.
Oh, then your teacher, I must salute. Well done. Because they are the one who will tell you, confirm, job stand and sign, they will come out something like that in your exam one. Confirm one. If you don't know any one of them, good luck to you. And if you write wrongly, and can you imagine the teachers will say, oh my goodness, either the teacher anyhow teach or you don't bother, and the rest of marking is very bad. Okay. Ziyi, do you have this? Can you show me a thumbs up? Thank you. Okay, let's go. Where are we?
This protects Singapore from external threats and impending attacks. The Singapore Armed Forces is responsible for deterring the other countries from attacking Singapore and being ready to engage in war should the
urgent need arise. Right now,
arise.
It's not should the need arise. No, it's only urgent needs. The needs arise is what needs. It can be anything. It's only urgent need. We mobilize the whole entire Singapore army. This concept is similar, like maybe in Israel. Okay, right? Urgent need. Take for example, you know, Singapore, China and US relationship, right? China is building a lot of aircraft carrier. You know what's aircraft carrier? What is aircraft carrier?
Like those aircraft that just they carry all those weapons.
The thing that shoots aircraft instead of bullets.
Oh my gosh. No, aircraft carrier is carry aeroplane, fly, attack. The US aircraft carrier is called.
So it's the 航空母舰, right?
对了，航空母舰. My favorite, my dreams to work in that ship. Okay, I like to be a Navy officer, but because I'm so good, they throw me. Okay, because I got heart problem, I cannot join. Okay, 航空母舰 is where you carry the aeroplane and fly. Okay, just for understand, my 3 students here were in my history class, they heard until sian already. That's why Yi Chen can tell me. 航空母舰 is 航空母舰 enterprise for USA, and the 2 biggest aircraft carrier for Japan in World War II is Akagi and Kagai. This is the biggest aircraft carrier where they want to bring the ship to attack.
It's Shinano.
No, they attacked on the 7th of December 1941. You see, I'm doing this. Dio and Stitch. Ziyi, you know where is it? Dio and Stitch. From which country? From which place? Dio and Stitch. You all don't watch Disney Channel?
Hawaii.
Yes! Zhenzugang, Pearl Harbor. Correct now. That's the time. Okay, just to add some spice. Carry on. The MFA.
The MFA establishes good relations with other countries to earn their goodwill and trust, so that they have no reason to harm
Where are we? I'm sorry, I lost track.
to
because
harm
I'm-
Singapore. Singapore has provided humanitarian assistance to many countries during their time of need. Singapore also works through regional organizations like ASEAN and international organizations like the UN to help the other countries, as well as establish good relations and strong ties with them. This allows people to be more happy and support the government. The peace and stability also benefit the country economically when foreign investors are able to invest money easily in Singapore.
Oh, thank you. You use the DEERL. You describe the external factor. You explain what is in external security. Then you give example. And then once you give the example, the third E, you express that because of this, we can sleep in peace. We don't worry that terrorists will attack. That's how people feel. So R stands for as a result, people like all of you, you can invite everyone to come to Singapore. 3P, very peaceful, very protective, and very progressive. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Singapore. It can be Singapore, it can be also in another country, provided you make this as part of your ingredients. Same thing, Jing Tian, how can this make this into a company? Fair to the upper management, middle management, and lower management. 今天如果你是个 CEO， 你走过，你看到一个扫地的 auntie， 他跟你讲，老板早 ，What's so funny? What's so good about morning? Get lost, you dirty fellow. You don't say that, right? Hey, auntie, 好吗？哎，我买了咖啡给你喝嘞。You see? So can I use this word 呢？一视同仁，没有狗眼看人低。So Singapore is like that. I cannot say, okay, the Malay stay in Pulau Ubin, the Indian stay in Pulau Tekong, all the Chinese lands, sir, all Orchard Road. Hey, I also want it. Huh? I go Takashimaya to buy my Hermes bag. Cannot, right? If this happened in Singapore, good luck to all of us. Now, recently, you know, like US has been attacking China about this, the Muslim people. Okay, so you see, the China government show inference skill, show comparison skill, show people to come out to prove using DEERL. This is a very important factor to tell you, because social study is it's not 1 + 1 or 2 × 2 is 4. It's 黑跟白，白跟黑. It's how you see. 各花入各眼, okay? And this is where I love, okay, Tong Ye, I don't know how you get this one. It's very good. Okay, MFA, you can look at page, your textbook is under 52. Go and find out what is foreign affairs. This one is a super important department. Because without this department, today you guys may not be able to come here. Okay, let's go for overall. Thank you, ma'am.
Overall, I think that providing internal security is more significant than external security when working for the good of the society. If there are already internal conflicts within the groups in our own country, we will not be able to unite together in times of trouble and when facing external threats. If internal order is maintained and
foster well,
we will be able to deter any external threats. For example, if there was a conflict with another country, Singapore will be able to have a sense of belonging when there's internal order and will be able to protect our society.
Well said. Okay, this is, I told you guys before, maybe it's in 10. My student always, I write so much, I write so well, how come you never give me full mark? This is a very exceptional SRQ. You see, I cancel, then I don't give up, I want to give up. You know? Very stingy, 同业。好像在吵架玩笑，1块啦，不要5毛，1块啦，随便啦，1块啦，给你给 full marks Okay, we're done, full marks. Okay, this is where you need that kind of way. When you have 8 marks, 景天、瑞哲、奕晨、浩瑞、梁帝、嘉玲、星辰、赵贤、姚毅、新宇、于明、同业、子玉. Please do yourself a favor. I know this is only 1 mark. Did your teacher tell you? 今天, did your teacher tell you when you write this only 1 mark? The maximum 2 marks. Then got student argue, waste my bloody time to write so many sentences in 1 mark. Do you know, doctor, even 1%, you watch the Britain Got Talent. This girl got 2% chance of cancer. He also never give up. And mind you, you guys are a well physical able body. If you give up, 你真的是对不起你的祖宗18代 in my opinion. Okay, seriously, I take it very serious. 唐宋叶明清 my surname the Song Cao. Okay, so very good. Continue to write like this. Okay. So let's move on to others essay. Just to share only. Who I want to share? This one. This one I said share before, right? You mean? Did I share with you before? This one? I did, right? You mean? Are you there? Okay, this is SPQ. So, if you want to write it out, please, okay, use blue pen. I know your teacher tell you blue and black pen, but I prefer blue pen. Because social study is marked in local, but you have other subject that marked in Cambridge. Okay, sorry, your IT or Express, right? Okay, so be careful. My advice is write a line, leave a line, write a line, leave a line. So sometimes when you write already, you forget, you want to add something, you want to put a caret on top, right? It's okay. I know some teacher will tell you, no, cannot leave line. Prove to me why cannot leave line. What's wrong with cannot leave line? I don't understand. Or some teacher tell me, I tell the student and they come to me, Uncle Raymond, I leave a line, I get scolded by your teacher. Please ask the teacher why cannot? Which you cannot? Did the Cambridge rule say cannot? No. Very funny, eh? It's just like, you know, you all write your situation writing, right? Xingyu, will you write this out? Let's say I'm your uncle, you're writing an email to me, okay? Uncle Raymond, I got to go now. I need to study for my exam. See you, okay, full stop. That usually it's like that, right, Xingyu? Will you dare to put that? Thank you, take care, and God bless you. Have a nice day. Anything wrong? I wish you a king of health. I will be as happy as a lot that you're coming to Singapore soon after the COVID-19. I got student teacher mark them wrong, no? It's ridiculous, right? It's just like in Chinese, right? You write your 电邮, right? 祝你早日康复，祝你觉得最近别来无恙。Is there anything wrong? I was told by my Chinese teacher, Raymond, 不要教我的学生写这么多花 the very nice idioms. This doesn't make sense. You are not production worker, no. You are supposed to be creative students. You're supposed to be better than the Lao Wai, no. You realize all the Lao Wais are all the CEO, no. Where are we? I'm so sorry. I'm not racist here. Sorry. I'm not racist here. Okay. I got Lao Wai friends. But you know why there's difference between us and them? Must be creative, constructive. Okay. Next, I want to move on to Zhao Xuan. Okay, Zhao Xuan, are you ready to read? Zhao Xuan, where are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so don't write first strategy. Don't ever write this in your exam. Please, sorry, guys. This is not to criticize your essay or anything. We are here to learn from one another. Please, okay? There's no prejudice. There's no bullying here. I abhor bullying, please. As a discipline teacher, I told you before, don't do that. Okay, we are just understanding to see how we improve. Okay, Zhao Xuan. Firstly,
so do I read my own or what?
the red color one, then all the way.
Firstly,
the strategy the government can do is.
Firstly, the strategy the government can do is by increasing tax. This allows the government to use the money to help the aging population. Second strategy the government can do is by welcoming more immigrants to Singapore. The immigrants can contribute to society by working or studying in Singapore and hence help Singapore to earn more money. The government will be able to spend more money on the aging population.
Thank you. You describe the factors. You explain, but you don't give example. Then you don't show the expressions. By doing that, how can Singapore help to reduce the aging population? You did not link back to the questions. You must ATQ back the questions. That's why you got 3 marks. If you want to spread, you see, this is sorry, because you say second, right? Secondly, please, if there is 2 strategy, can you do this firstly, Secondly, it's the same when you go out to work, when you present to your client, to your bosses. Boss, firstly, let me explain to you. Then you do your PowerPoint slide. Okay, firstly, you don't put all the 5 points and put into one slide. Your boss will tell you, can you please do your homework and do properly? This is how you got your degree. Well, in front of all the board of directors, you'll be very embarrassing. Okay, no. I'm just sharing with you because I was there before. I made the blunders before. Okay, because I'm a greenhorn. I got scolded, no, as an IT manager, no, okay, taking care of so embarrassing. And after that, I have to present to Bank of Switzerland, things like that. So we learn from the mistake. Okay, so Zhao Xuan, remember to paragraph it. And when you paragraph it, get some of the result. Just remember my DERL, which Tong Ye has done. Okay, sir, next one.
I don't think that providing internal security is more significant than external security in working for the good of society.
Nothing wrong, you can say like that, but you forget to explain further. Let's go.
In fact, I think external security is equally as important as internal security. Internal security ensures the normal flow of society and decreases the crimes happening in Singapore. Without internal security, crimes and terrorists will happen much more frequently, which will significantly affect the good of society as people feel unsafe to be in the country.
Okay, true. But you tell me that internal security is not important, then you say, in fact, external security. So if you want, you either say this sentence or you say this sentence. 明白吗? Don't contradict yourself. Okay, carry on.
External security prevents attacks from other countries. Singapore is a very small country, so we are extremely vulnerable to attacks from other countries without external security, which will also affect the good of society as people in Singapore will always be worried about their safety in Singapore.
Yes, you bring the feeling, you bring expressions. So what is the result? So as a result, people will come to Singapore with 3 eyes. 写下来. First one is investment. Correct or not? Then second one, people will involve by bringing their family. Okay. First one is investment. Definitely, we need investment. Okay, guys, one day you will be 陶给, 老板. You need people to do investment. You need expertise. You can have investment. You involve the 5M, the money, the manpower, the material, the machines, and of course, the management. The third one is what? Start with I, end with E, inside got double, inside got 1 N and 1 T. It's your generation, no? That one is very important. Anyone can tell me what is that? No? Anyone? You know what? Anyone can tell me?
Innovative.
Thank you, sir. 多一分 for your performance appraisal. You need innovative. Like just now somebody was saying, Rachel, or whoever was saying, I'll sing it. Nobody want to do the job for a return tray, right? Guess what? That day my wife went for vaccination, so I wait for her outside at the coffee shop. So I drink coffee, wait 30 minutes wait. Then she said, okay, come and fetch me. Then I forgot to put back my cup. It's supposed to return the tray, right? Now's the day, correct? Right? So they said, it cannot, I must return. I was looking for the where to put. Then the auntie very nice, 不用紧, 你放下来, 我帮你. Then I say, don't want, after Scully, people storm me. I say, right? Okay, so that is one thing. How are we going to do that? Last time I went to Nanyang Poly, got this thing. Hi, hello, I'm Mimi. Please return the tray to me. Can you imagine I'm talking to my friends, having meeting there? The stupid fella machine going up and down. Hi, I'm Mimi. Hi, Mimi. I feel like saying, shut up. I know. You don't keep repeating. So, and then it's moving here and there. Then the auntie will say, I heard the two aunties die la. The tray going to replace us. It's about innovative. So is it good or not? As you go to Ang Mo Kio Hub somewhere, you can see these people, not Wok Hei, these machines are cooking fried rice. 今天 will you want to work in a restaurant manager and barbecue and work? And I pay you $5,000. You want to do the job? Then you have to mop the floor, You have to welcome to KFC, something like that. 5,000 5,000. 你要做吗?
No. like this kind of job can be replaced very easily by all the machines and
That's the bloody problem, Jingtian. When you go McDonald's, sir, can you press the things and order? I say, don't want. I want to order from the counter. Why? I want to eat a burger without pickles. I want to eat a burger without cheese. Because I eat cheese, I will LS. You know what is LS? Diarrhea. I will outside, so I cannot. So I tell the machine, I don't want burger with cheese. You think the machine can talk to me? Cannot, right?
Sure,
so-
but you can like press the thing to ask for no cheese.
Oh, 是吗? Oh, sorry, because most of the time my wife order. I'm the payer. Sorry. Okay, thank you. Hey, don't tell her. Lucky she's not around. Don't tell her, so don't be so loud. Because I cannot talk to machine. Every time I call to press 1 for English, press 2 for Chinese. Oh my goodness, sickening. Okay, sorry, this is a word of innovative. Can you write down smart nation? Okay, it's about smart nations. I'm so sorry. There are certain jobs going to replace. Last time, one of my relatives sell typewriter. Today, no. Hey, do you know this? Hey, Kuna, do you know this CD shop not called Pokim?
No.
Okay. Do you know in Singapore got selling CD now? But very few, right?
What?
CD and DVD. Now you don't see that, huh? Well, can you imagine overshot everyone's now download from internet, right? YouTube, Netflix, you see? And end up Netflix, YouTube, or even HBO, their market share going out. You see, it's about innovative. It's no point you can get A1 for your maths and science. 今天 2 times 2? 4. Wow, clever. No, you will laugh. Seriously, you'll laugh. Can you imagine O level, all the same like that, A max and E max? You can do the 10-year series. No, you'll laugh, right? Seriously. Everyone get A1. What is the difference between you A1 and Tong Ye A1 and Xing A1 and Yi Chen A1 and all of you A1? Hey, Dino, I only got one position to be a marketing director. No? Who will be 经济独立? 谁会比较突出? Social study comes in. Humanities subject comes in. True? Why should I employ you? Because I'm from Harvard. Then you turn around and say, look behind you. I got Harvard, Cambridge, Oxford. You get idea? Ladies and gentlemen. So you must be very creative. No, it's no right or wrong answer. As long as you know that, okay, how always put yourself like a prime minister, like a manager, or like you as a mother who want to find the best enrichment class to your son. Always use these 3 simple words. So then how? Okay, carry on. You finish already, my dear? Not yet, huh? Zhao Xuan, carry on. Finish up.
Hence, both external and internal securities are very important and should not be neglected.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
You see, sir, you need to decide which one is important.
I really say that.
So seriously, Zhao Xuan, joke. One day you married, your wife asks you, 你爱我多一点呢? Then your mom come and ask you, 你爱我吗, 儿子? How you gonna answer? Don't laugh, 今天. Next time you also ask your husband, 你爱我还是爱你妈多一点? 如果你妈跟我跳在河里, who you going to say, right? This kind of question is very common, right? This is where you weigh. You know what I say now, 今天, and all of you, I will jump. 我就用这4个字吧，听天由命。Because if I say my wife, my mom is 就像好像岳飞嘞，懂岳飞的母亲吗？我要饮水思源嘞，没有我妈，我今天会有我吗？对
Sure,
I
jump into the river.
Together
Then
with them, right?
I die with them.
Correct, Lord. Then the 3 of us can fly to heaven, right? Good, huh? Then 我们可以看到孙悟空、猪八戒。
Yeah, so nice, right?
Then 我们就是用《西游记》第2集下集。所以 nothing wrong. So 赵璇, to be honest, if this is a case, they ask you, I love you more, my dear wife, but you have to understand, my dear wife, without my mom today, I don't think you have the chance to meet me. So no matter how, my mom is still the number 1. You will never replace you. It's nothing wrong, my dear wife. If you choose your mom over me and you say your mom is important, I would totally accept that she is the number 1 in your life because she brought a beautiful daughter that I married for the rest of my life. 今天 Wouldn't it be the best answer? Will you employ this guy? Because you show loyalty, you show faithfulness, you show trust. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the same thing when you talk to the teachers. They ask you, Aura, sorry, what do you think about this picture? Like later you say the girl was very, very scary, huh? So what happened? This is a English one. I say, always start with these conversations. There's no right or wrong answer. There's always one man's meat is another man's poison. As what my teacher had taught me, as what my parents had taught me, and the most important in my life is what my grandparents had taught me. Because in life, we must be HIST. We must show honesty, integrity, sincerity, and trustworthy. So that is why I feel that I'm very happy what we have here. But having said that, my perception may be not accurate, being a 16 years old student, but I know what my CCE and VIA had taught me in school. The value in action is so important because we are living in a very graceful society. As a matter of fact, I should thank God, my religions, that today we have a very harmony, 3H, huh? We are a very harmonized society. We have a very healthy relationship. Therefore, we are very happy. Will you dare to talk to your examiner like that? Yang Ti? Yang Ti, I know what you're going to do. Yo, because we're going to have this, we're going to have the right to tell you, is everyone happy here? Yo, check it out, man. Yo, anything wrong? It's about creative, okay? Yang Ti, don't mind, because I'm just kidding. That is the reason every time when my colleagues or friends will say, I go to this school. They all talk like that one. Go to this school. I got student, church, I haven't finished. I still got some more to say. This is what it is, the differentiation, sorry. I'm not saying express or IP or NA or NT. But because the society has been segregating that, we cannot have this. You know, recently this year, PSLE has set the kind of format that of the no more T-score, which has happened to my generation. My generation in the class, we have express or NA and NT. We even have gangster students. We have students after fighting, being thrown out of the school and become bad eggs, sadly to say. But now the government decided, no. We must have 10 years compulsory studies. Like it or not, you have 10 years, which is good. Because of these forced educations, okay, 3E right now, because of that, to ensure there is education and to enforce, and what is the third E? To enforce, to ensure, and what is the third E? To enable everyone is literate. 没有文盲. So they know how to use WhatsApp. And that's why we are moving, can you write down? It's called paradigm shift. From old technology to a new technology. And it's called paradigm shift. This paradigm shift is so damn bloody important because we cannot go back to the old way of doing things. All right, Tesla, for example, is a very good example. My younger son, 9 years old, can tell me, is Tesla coming to Singapore, Daddy? So what's so great about Tesla? Because don't you know you are eco-friendly teacher and businessman? You should go eco-friendly. But Tesla very expensive. Can I buy China car? China car also very eco-friendly because all my product is also China. Seriously, my phone is Oppo. I very anti-iPhone. Don't ever tell me iPhone. Because you give me iPhone, the best iPhone I will sell away in Lazada. Because I don't like iPhone. Okay. So how's Zhao Xuan? Okay, keep it up. You need to weigh. If you don't weigh and you're going to write this answer, I'm so sorry. The teacher will just give you L3 and L4 formats. Must weigh. So I hope the next essay you weighed it. Okay, thank you. Today I just want to go through as many of the essays so that you will not make the same issue again. All right. Wait, sir, your turn.
To manage the economic challenges of an aging population, the government can invite more foreign talents into Singapore to work and live.
I like the word. I like the word. Wait. I like the word you put, to work and live. The keyword must write that to work. 只是来做工而已所以我不可以住啦。
And live.
Correct. Why you got problem with me? I only can work. Maybe I decided to give up my citizenship in that country and don't be Singaporean. Cannot. Got problem. I really contribute so much to the country, no? You get me now? It's just like 今天 your boyfriend date you, then say 我要跟你结婚，不要，我找另外男孩子。Why I know you for so many years? You just want to break off with me like that? Why I got no benefits or no benefit, no good things, man? I see. So you have to understand to work and live. The word live is very important. Why? Because the live means you increase population. You give birth, then you have baby bonus. Then you got this cute little baby here sitting in front of me. Thank you very much. Carry on. This can be done. Richard. Carry on.
This can be done by relaxing immigration laws to allow more people to come to Singapore and settle in the country without having to follow as many rigid regulations compared with the immigration laws in place. By welcoming more foreign talents into Singapore, who can generate more economic opportunities.
No, it's not who. Please, for goodness sake, don't use proper noun they. Them. You must put by welcoming more foreign talents in Singapore, these foreigners can generate more economic opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, you are sitting there, you are a lawyer, you're fighting a case for your client. Your Honor, my client, Mr. Tan, who did not commit the offense. My client, Mr. Tan, was at that time we're having a meeting. My client, Mr. Tan, you don't say, my client. The judge asks you, hello, excuse me, you got so many clients, which client? Then the one sitting beside, how do I know you talked about this client? You might be talking another client. Can you be more specific now, lawyer? Is this how you pass your bar in your exam? Can you be more specific now? If not, that's it. You're out from this. So you must be very specific. You must be focused, your attention. This is the foreigners. What foreigners are? Singaporean, PR. Who? Okay, carry on.
Can generate more economic opportunities for Singapore, such as the manufacturing of more advanced technologies and the innovation of new technology for a smart nation.
You see, he used that innovation. You see, well done, smart nation. Okay, carry on.
Which will likely bring in more foreign investments into Singapore, hence managing the economic challenges will solve of
an aging population. See, second eye again, investment. Well done. And then that's why I say you are involved in curtailing aging population. Involving in curtailing, you know what's curtailing, like cut down, trim the aging population. Because instead of the triangle like that, the top one is supposed to be aging, right? So now you turn there, you overturn like that, no? That means the top one got a lot of aging. The bottom one only young people. How to support this kind of economy and society? See liao or die. So everyone have to have tax and pay all these old folks. And you expect your Akong, Ama, and Uncle Raymond to chur and the mean bang. Old people go NS 不可能的嘛，对不对？为什么花木兰要从军呢？带他父亲。You know the story, right? 花木兰. Why? You realize that history has shown us a young population. And ladies and gentlemen, our motherland, China, wake up already. Last time was one policy, now 2 and 3. That means they are looking into Singapore context. Such a small country take 2 generations to build. And now, sorry to say, I asked around only 1 child, 2 child. Maybe Ziyi only want to have 4 child. Thank you so much to help the population. But some people don't want to have children. Want to have what? 猫啦, 狗啦, hamster啦, 金龙鱼啦. Wow. Hello. Yeah, I know this one can in your life, but it doesn't have that kind of bonding. Okay, carry on, sir. To manage
the social challenges of
an aging population.
The government can invite more foreign MNCs that specialize in social services.
Sorry, when you put the MNC, Rachel, it's better to put multinational company than bracket MNC. Some teachers are very fussy. What is MNC? Some teachers, okay, we'll let it go. So remember, must put, imagine this is an essay question, talk about MNC all the way. For set 4, you have to first start multinational company, MNC, then all the way MNC. Okay, carry on. Through inviting more foreign multinational companies that specialize in social services, they can solve the social challenges of an aging population by providing support for families who need them.
And by inviting such foreign MNCs into Singapore, they can provide job opportunities for people who are unemployed and require money.
I don't know what others say, but I really love the last 2-3 sentences because not many students write like that. Not because you are waiter, okay? I only 对事不对人 because this sentence itself tells me that either you read somewhere, either it's your CK, contextual knowledge, or your general knowledge. They bring these very important factors. Okay, I don't teach. I'm also a businessman myself. I'm helping my brother-in-law to do business as well. Okay, so when I meet company, I say, wow, jialat leh, how come Singapore, this one must have innovations, invest in MNC, all these people coming. Sorry, that's my dog. Because my daughter just came in. So he said, they come back already, they come back. Shut up. Okay. So wait, it's a very good sentences because it really brings the essence, the importance, because there are people who are MNC like drone. You know the drone? Okay. And then the MRI, you know what's MRI not? You know what's MRI, Tong Ye? You know what's MRI? You know the person who have to go through the machine in the hospital, then you scan. Then now with a lot of technology, and you know this Mona Vista got this Biopolis, the A-star, you know, write down the A-star. Okay, the A-star. Hey, please, anyone is doing bio, please take your testimony. Sorry, I'm closing my door because very much. So whoever is in biology, go to A-star, will be best testimonial, because you know why? Because after you go for your EAE or your poly or your JC, the next time you go to look for a job, if they see you A-star internship training, you get a higher chance. Seriously. So involve all these things. You don't tell me Call of Duty, Minecraft, Roblox, unless you apply for gaming game. Okay. All right. So please add more on that. Okay, 没有了. Why, I thought you write so nice. Then I look. I thought I missed something. 没有了. Part 1, Season 1, is it? Got Season 2 coming? Okay, but anyway, thank you. No, it's okay. It's okay. Wait, please. Don't blame yourself. Okay, you see, I got student ask me, not this class, they say, ask me, how come this student never turn on the camera? How come this student never talk? How come only check? I'm not emphasizing anything. Okay. I got this when I was doing my SMU advanced diploma course recently. I got one of my classmates. He didn't like to talk. He only on his camera and will never talk. And then even participating in group job, also never talk. So one day he was in my group. So I talk a lot. So I talk. And finally, he separate WhatsApp me. Then you know what he said? Hey brother, sorry, my Amor not good. So I dare not to talk. You know what he's talking about? My Amor not good. You know what's Amor not? 家里我英文不好。我不敢讲话，我怕越讲越错。说不用紧吗 ？It's okay. So doesn't mean the person who are not talking, who are not participating, he's not doing anything. It must be fair. It's just like, and when I was a teacher, okay, sometimes the student quiet, being there quiet, he might be whatever reason. And guess what? 今天 the student was quiet for 6 months. You know what happened? The parent was in the verge of divorce. The grandmother got cancer. So how to be happy and talk? But then I asked him, why you come to school? You know, the first thing he tell me, I was so touched. Uncle, no, Mr. Xiong, because I want to receive my education. I saw how my bloody dad who never study properly and own a lot of loan shark. So I don't want that. So what you want to be? I want to be a police officer. I don't what the next thing you want to say already. Listen, why you want the police officer? I keep over because I want to arrest all the loan shark. Anything wrong? I stand up. I ask him to stand up, no? Why, Mr. Xiong? I stand up. Respect, ma. I stand up also. I bow to him. Thank you, sir. So 不要只是看表面. Same thing as social study. Don't talk, but don't carry out action. You have to see why. Ask yourself, so why is this student not talking? Then you approach. And how are you going to help the students? All right. So very important. This is the thing. Okay. Wait, sir. I hope next round carry on the rest. Next one is Sue. 来，亮弟，your turn. Nangti, where are you?
Here.
Yes.
The first strategy we can use is to increase tax income to pay for pension costs.
I'm so sorry. I think you should put this, my fault. The first strategy we can use is to increase income and corporate tax. Oh, right now, income and corporate tax. You know what's the difference?
What's the difference?
Spelling different.
Oh, okay.
Hey, technically I'm not wrong, right? Just kidding again. What's the difference? Nothing wrong, what? I got one student now, very cute. Like, why is the author angry? You know how you answer, Nangti? Don't ask me, I'm not the author. 不要问我，我不是那个 author. Hey, 今天 technically it's not wrong, ma. At least he answer correct now. How can you say he's wrong? You see, that's the thing. This generation must talk. Because every time you go to class, the teacher says, shut up, don't talk. Then I don't talk. Oh, talk. Yang income tax is you pay one. Okay? You personal tax. Corporate tax is Liang Di Private Limited. You own a company. That means your company, the whole year, let's say you sell bubble tea. Okay? Then you have to pay your rental, the 5M, the 5M, manpower, money, machine, everything. After paying everything, you got the net profit. Anyone in POA, you should know. Net profit. So the whole year you earn bubble tea. After deduct, you got $2 million profit. It's a lot. For a bubble tea of say 7 store in the whole island. 7 store means very popular. You after deducting all your expenses and costs, you have net profit of 2 million. And this 2 million will be considered like a corporate tax. That means the government will have to tax you based on this 2 million. So maybe I'm not good in calculation. Maybe you pay $20,000. So this 20,000 is called corporate tax to the government. And this 20,000, the government may take certain percentage of this 20,000 to put in the Medi Fund, to put to those old folks home, to put into National Kidney Foundation. Good, right? So at least you know my money is well used in charity and non-profit organization. Not like my money later you see joke, you see the Prime Minister got a Rolex watch, or got drive Ferrari, Lamborghini, or all the Mr. Lamborghini and Ferrari. That's not right, huh? True not. I mean, it's nothing wrong for them to drive Lamborghini and Ferrari, but at least 国家要丰衣足食. Right, everyone under the MASLOW, Maslow theory, the 5 basic needs. This is what social studies is about. And that what you mentioned, carry on, to pay?
To pay for pension costs. This will reduce the social and income inequality as well as the total cost for pensions for the government. The aging population will then have more money to spend on daily needs, such as medicine and food.
Medical and food.
The second strategy is to raise the retirement age. From an economic point of view, raising the entire retirement age is very beneficial as it leads to more tax revenue and more consumer spending.
I like the way you pronounced it, economic. A bit very Cao Amo style, but I like it. No, seriously, Dante, well done. Okay, you don't read economic point of view, rising the retirement, no, but you pronounce it very well, very smooth. Okay, from an economic point of view, raising the retirement age is very beneficial. Then you pause on comma, as it leads to more tax revenue and more consumer spending. So yeah, like giving a speech in the parliament. You say, but you don't read the first strategy we can use to increase the income tax, corporate tax. No, but you really bring it the essence of the method. Hello?
Oh, yeah.
Season 2, Season 2, is it? Next week, Season 2, bro. I refuse to give you mark. I'm so sad. I read it, 很爽嘞。今天晚上看那个连续剧，看得很爽。下个礼拜同样时间同样播到，请看第2集。可是我等到花儿也谢了，我等到花儿也谢了，等到心痛还没有嘞。我等骗我的，无人的结局。OK, I leave it to you, okay? But joke, don't get angry. No, I'm always like that. As long you guys handing homework, I thank you. Because the more you write, your parents more happy. You know why? Because in the verge of the success. If the less you write, good luck to you. This is a true fact and hard fact. Okay, but of course you don't say you write, because in exam, this is where you are talking about writing. Okay, the more the better, okay? So who's next? Let's see. I think all read already. Oh. Okay. Think more like Pei Kun one. I read already, like Pei Kun. Did I read yours? Pei Kun.
Yes.
I read yours already, huh? Just
Uh,
now. SRQ aging population, you ma? This one, yes, right? No, right? No, yes, Pei Kun,
I don't think
go.
so.
Let's go.
Okay, in my opinion, what can be done by the Singaporean government to tackle the problem of an aging population?
Don't
First,
write like that, huh? Go straight to the point, ATQ. In my opinion, the Singapore governments can really tackle the problems of aging population. Then you can start like that, okay? Don't say what can be done. It can be done. That is why I asked your two opinions. My first suggestions, okay, nothing wrong. I'm not sure whether your teacher like it, but it's okay for me, okay? My first suggestion, in my opinion, my first suggestions, carry on.
Firstly, my first suggestion to this problem is to have a higher birth rate. To achieve that, we need to encourage people to.
I would prefer to say that to encourage. Can you change the people to Singaporean?
Okay.
Sorry, excuse me. To encourage Singaporean to that giving birth is worth it. It's worthwhile for the baby bonus. But no, 没有每个人稀罕那个 baby bonus. Baby bonus means dollar for dollar matching. And then the first 6 years or the 12 years of your child, the government will pay certain things under the government grants of the baby bonus, which was introduced by Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong or Prime Minister Goh Chok Tong. Carry on. The Singapore government
has already created some programs and subsidies to encourage people to have children.
Then you write down. Okay, carry on.
For example, the fact that school fees and learning journeys to other countries for Singaporean children are heavily subsidized and their parents or guardians do not have to pay as much. My second suggestion to the problem.
No, don't change. As much as school in other countries.
As
Don't
much as
compare.
school-
Children, please take away this one. The best is don't put this one here. Okay, don't put this. Okay, cancel it. Okay, don't put as other country. If the teacher were to very stuck out or very mean to you, which country are you referring to? Give me your example. Give me your cross reference. Then they'll put a question mark here. So be careful. All right, carry on. Then the next paragraph, my second suggestion
is the problem is to have more immigrants to come to Singapore and encourage them to have children in Singapore.
So what? So what is the feeling? What is the DEERL? The DEQRL, Q are E squared or EQ are EQ. What? Okay, you describe, you did not explain in detail. You just give example to say give birth. How? So with these children a lot, how can it be? So Singapore will have this pool of young, very energetic, and these children will grow and may be transformed and grow to become a Singapore citizens. And of course, when they take out the citizenships, the male will enter to national service and the female will go into the workforce. Then you can say that this will encourage. So what is the purpose I employ foreigners to my company? So what is the purpose I employ you, Pei Kun, to my company? What can you help me, my company? So I employ you. Then what can you contribute? How do I know you can contribute? So you will say, so boss, okay, you employ me into your company because I got this degree, I got 5-year experience, I got knowledge to do these innovative machines that you just embark on. Then I can help you to design something that is new, and maybe we can be the first pioneer of these machines. And how? Give me 3 months to 6 months to prove my capability of working in this company. If you think after 6 months, if I cannot produce, you fire me. This is something that assurance that you're going to have. You're so confident of yourself that within this 6 months, you can come up from the prototype machines to the real life example to help the company to have 3P. Very productive, able to perform one of the best, and most important thing is profitability. All companies want to be profit, to have profit, right? Pei Kun, carry on.
Yeah, okay. I think that both internal and external security is important because one depends on another. If
I
there's
like the
no-
way you say that. Depends on one another. Pei Kun,
Yes.
which hand you want? You want your left hand or your right hand?
Um.
还要so cute 哦，今天 which hand you want? Left hand or right hand? 两只手都要啦，还要You see, if this one is A1, I'm asking a EQ questions. You are okay 再来问你一次贝坤 Okay, ready? You want your left leg or your right leg?
Both.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now you get it, Pei Kun. You
Yes.
must be, yes, because it depends on one another. Why? Because you can walk properly, you can walk faster. Two hands, you can carry more things. So it's equivalent to this one. Now you get it? This is what you mean, depends on one another. Very good example. Carry on.
If there's no external security, there will be wars and invasions that would damage internal security.
When you say
Without-
war, sorry, when you say war and invasions, how? What kind of war? Terrorists? Or what kind of political war? Okay, never mind. Just give me an example. Go. But without internal security,
there will be wars and invasions like terrorist attacks.
wait. But without internal security, the external security will not function well. Which is true, I like this one. The source B and C, please, if you're going to write like that, this is, when you use the word source B and C in the SRQ, I'm telling you, the whole thing will be 0. Be careful, this is SRQ. Extract 1, 2, and 3, not source B and C. Don't confuse yourself, be careful. It's okay to make a mistake here. At least now you know. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now you know why when you submit your homework, when we go through it, you know where's your mistake. I'm very frank with you. In class, not all teachers will go and share all the 40 essay in the class. No way one. They will just give you comment and then return to you. Then you don't know what is right or wrong. Then you go and see the teacher say, tomorrow then see me, I'm very busy. Then when you see the teacher might give you a very quick explanation. There are very few teachers who will just say, sit down. Yes, my colleague and myself, we will always put there. My colleague will always tell me, Raymond, please get these 3 students. Okay, as a discipline teacher, you better get these 3 students. After school, must sit in the class and wait for me. I need to explain. Wow, 我义不容辞. Without knowing, I will go and make sure. I'll bring a cane, things, whatever, make sure the 3 students will come. Sorry, usually, no against anybody. Usually, I'm an NA student. They hate social study a lot. I don't know why. But after that, you guess what? After when they get the result, they thanks my other colleagues very well. You won't see the result because during the process of the success, there's a lot of pain process. There's a lot of gray area. There's a lot of teething problem. But when you went through this process, you make a better of yourself. Okay, carry on, my dear. So for example, source, see, wrong already. It should be extract 2 or 3, okay? That shows the challenges. Okay, best to keep others home safe as there are increasing security challenges or threats, like what? For them to face. So this one, you don't put source C already. So you put that internal and external security, depends on what you want to say. They, who is the they? Okay, don't put they, I told you already, please be more specific, whether Singaporeans, foreigners, or what, terrorists, or investor, or government, I don't know who you're referring to. Peace and security. In conclusion, both internal and is important as one could not work without another. This is actually this is already you explained in the first sentence with you. So you need to weigh, okay, Pei Kun, you need to weigh. All right, can Pei Kun?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I think you will definitely improve after this. Everyone will improve after this, okay? Now, just give me a couple of minutes to sum it up first, because I need to share with you this one. Okay, how to become the Singaporeans? Okay, just go quickly. So you must take notes. I expect, Jing Tian, if you look at this lesson plan, I expect SRQ will be coming out for issue 1. Okay, for the past few years, I've been predicting questions. whether issue one for SRQ or SPQ. Okay, so far later you can look at it. Okay, so how to become, first is go by descent. Descents. Okay, that means the local 土生土长. Okay, this one you must know. Okay, just a quick one. I'm just going quickly. Instead, sometimes people come here. Some of you come here because they want, like my friend has been applying for PR, rejected. Okay, because a lot of Singaporeans complain. Completed national service. Yeah, one of my China students just recently go in for police. I saw him in TikTok. Bota. I'm more hair than him. Okay, that's the only thing I'm very proud of myself. Give out citizen. Like give out your citizenship in your original country. Why would people want to give out their original citizenship and come to Singapore? What does it mean? A member of, okay, this one just go quickly. Society is the common, okay, society. We are talking about, we have three things: political, economical, and social. So which one is more important in the society? It's always political, in my opinion. 所谓上梁不正下梁歪，听过吗？听过对不对？近朱者赤，近墨者黑。So if you have a lousy leader, when leaders do not have LARA, leadership is key. Anticipate change and stay relevant. Rewards for work, work for reward, meritocracy. A state for all, opportunity for everyone. If this one you cannot have LARA, the country cannot function well. Okay, why do you join society? Because the society gives you benefits. Okay, what benefit do you have? That means you have the rights to enjoy some facilities. What is the disadvantage? Because you are only a normal member, you're not a senior member, something like that. Okay, just like a PR and a Singaporean. Okay, 近朱者赤，近墨者黑。对，这是大哥，明白了，收到。I like this. This phrase is very good to use. 近朱者赤，近墨者黑. Right. Conclusion. So take note of this one. The Constitution, security. You will not be tested in the exam. But it's good to know this, okay? The legality, the law. Okay, that means you have there's this thing called BILL, bills. Before the bills pass, just like anti-chewing gum. So they have to pass through the bills. Then if anyone eat chewing gum in the MRT, you get fined, you get jail, that kind of things. That's called the bill. Then it become illegal. Okay. So economical voluntarism, which I'm doing now. Okay, I was in the army. I served my NS. I was in MOE. Now I'm also serving in the police force. Okay, as a volunteer. So I'm 回归社会 to help to build a better, the 3H, a harmonious, healthy relationship and a happy society in Singapore. Is it worth it? Definitely it's worth for me. Okay, I enjoy, I meet out a lot of different types, all walks of life of people. And I would say I leave a legacy, 今天. Okay, at least I know my next generation will respect me as what I contribute. Just like my grandfather from Putian came to Singapore. Okay, it's been during the Japanese occupation. My stepfather was a British Army, things like that he went through. So I really respect their legacy. They left a legacy. This is the very important things. Why you respect your grandparents? Because they went through a lot of ups and downs in their life and make your parents to be what they are today. Okay, so advantages. Okay, we'll talk about it already. Just give me a while, okay? Okay, advantages of this one. Okay, you must know your rights because the law protect you. Not because you're Singaporean. In fact, foreigners we also protect. As long as you step in the soil in Singapore, okay, you must know what the do's and don'ts. That's your rights. Okay, become a Singapore citizen means you are under constitution, means you are being protected. Okay, take note of this constitution. It's kind of protection. What is the constitution? It's the highest law in the land. Okay, take note. Your teacher might flash this one not important, but I feel very important because without the law and order, you cannot carry out your performance, your progressions, and your productivity. Okay, that's why we got gadgets holiday. Your progressions, your productivities, and your performance is very important in any country, in any company. If you have, let's say, let's say your company got 3 Malay, you say, boss, Friday I need to go Sumbayang. I go prayer. Will you give them to go? You know, in Sumbayang, like prayer, the Malay must go prayer on Friday, right? Huh? You see? Yeah, Singapore, you see? Then coming the 鬼节 the 7th month 我们的兄弟出来 So my Indian friend was asking, students, why are they burning all these things? For the ghost lah. So 今天 they ask, the ghost really can take the 那个银子 吗? I say I don't know because I'm not a ghost. So this is a Chinese custom, 对吗？那个鬼节 the ghost the months. So they ask me, is it the same as Halloween? Yeah, Halloween 1 day, Chinese 1 month. So being a Chinese ghost better. Got 1 month holiday. Amor ghost 1 day only. Okay, this is a joke. Okay, so this is take note of these 3 things. It's inside your textbook. You must take note of this one. Anyone who is going to do business in poly, law in poly, okay, you need to know these 3 things. Okay, so look at this. Okay, you must. Okay, this one you read now. Just nice for you. I'm supposed to finish up today this because I'm going to move on more chapter to cover. You only got 3 months for Set 4 students. Okay, this one you don't need to memorize. You don't need to burn the paper and drink it. You just look through. They always say that. Okay, so being a right of Singapore, what are your rights? Okay, your right is moral and legal right now. Your right is moral. Do the moral thing and legal thing. That is your right. If you are not moral and not illegal, good luck to you. You will be sent to prison. Not nice, I told my student here, I went to Changi prison twice. The first time is student visit. Second time is I bring student, not I stay in the prison. Please, not nice. It's really horrible place. Being a Singapore citizen means you enjoy the protection of law. Okay, not true. As long as you are in Singapore, you are being protected. It's just like foreigners. Let's say a foreigner came to me or to my colleague. Sir, I lost my wallet. They check you foreigners. Tomorrow they come and report. Can you imagine in front Singaporean, PR and foreigners, they come to me. Sir, I lost a report. You Singaporean? Okay, I look for you first. You PR, 2 hours later. Foreigners tomorrow. No right. So how do I do it? 今天天安, sorry, 同业 or Singing, how do I do that? 3 of them come and report loss of wallet. Yao Yi, you mean who is more important? Imagine Yao Yi, you're a police officer. Man, I lost my wallet. 3个一起来你 entertain 谁先? Then of course you check their eyes. Sorry?
The one that came first.
这样不错I never think of that. But 如果3个一起来呢?
They scissors super stone now.
Well said. First, the Singaporean, I say, sir, you can report. Can you go to the e-kiosk? The e-kiosk report. Okay? PR or whatever, you can use your apps to report. True enough. Right? Because you stay in Singapore, you got apps, you got e-kiosk, you can walk to the police station and report, right? But the foreigners already lost their passport. They are scared. Correct or not? You should give them a good impression that, okay, never mind, sir, come, let me help you. Why is the passport where you lost? Because foreigners scared. Can you imagine, Yao Yi, you're in a foreign land in London? If the policeman said, I will serve you from Singapore, I'm so sorry. You get to wait. I tell you, how you feel? I don't think you want to go to London again next time. True enough. So we always want to take care of the foreigners first, to give them a peace of mind. Well, the Singaporean PR say, sir, you know the police station there, right? You know the apps, you can do it, right? Never mind, you send in the apps. Maybe you go to the police station, my colleague will help. But now I'm helping these foreigners. I hope you understand, because it's foreigners, he lost his passport. So it's very urgent. Get it? Inference, comparisons, reliability, usefulness, and assertion. Okay. So the law protects your rights. Can you imagine, Jingtian, this is your SPQ questions. 3 people come to you reporting the loss of wallet. Then you say, my teacher never teach me in social study because my friend Yao Yi during lesson say scissors, paper, stone. You first come. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to waive on the severity. We have to questioning techniques. So what you lost? Imagine the Singaporean say, I lost $5. I lost a purse. But if the foreigner say, I lost my whole bag and my passport is inside, see, you have to weigh the pros and cons. So what is group identity? Remember, race and religions, and recently we have talked a lot about that. Okay, this is not my school. Definitely not my school. Okay, so our Singlish. I got one student ask me, can I write Singlish in my situation writing? How are you, huh? Long time never see, leh. What can you do? No, but this is where you identify ourselves as Singaporean. Okay, that's very important, right? Dangti, imagine you go to you go to US, then you see a Chinese, right? Then you buy thing, hey, come on, leh. What can you? Then Dangti, imagine you go to US and study, right? Then you go there, hey, bro, you Toa Payoh one or Ang Mo Kio or Bukit Batok one. Hey, how you know? I stay in Changi, Tampines one. Then you know, because of the Singlish, yeah, the kind of bonding, you mean by ma? Right? Okay. So our national anthem, the pledge. Okay. The food. This is where. Hey, wait. This afternoon, I asked my student, anyone tasted rojak? Singy, you know what's rojak? Oh, seriously, yeah. Rui Chen, you know what's rojak? Rui Chen? Rojak, you know? Jialing, you know what's rojak? Wow, heng ah. Jingtian, you know what's rojak? Very nice, eh? My Sec 1 student, what is rojak? 是什么东东来的? Can eat, man? Oh my goodness. It's a kind of very nice, got the 油条, right? Very nice. See, this is to identify our food. And you know what is nasi lemak, which is a Malay food, right? And then mee siam, mee rebus. I got asked, anyone tasted before Hokkien mee? 福建面? 没有嘞。你是说茶粿条是吗 Uncle Raymond? 不是 different things. You see, this is something. That's why our food, our bak kwa also go to overseas. Okay. So what can you contribute? Quick one, I want to finish already. It means that you have your duties and responsibility. Write down. You must have duty and responsibility to be a Singaporean citizen. First, write down. Very important. You need the defense. Excuse me, I never attend national service. How do I defense? When the country call you for defense, you join what defense? Very simple. If you see a black color bag in the MRT, it's your job to call the MRT station and controller, right? Correct now. Hey, I saw a black color bag there. Can you get someone? Correct now, right? You are defending one. What happens if this one is already a time bomb? Okay. You see me, you see me? This is me. You see me? Then I'm behind here. Was laughing. So fat, man. This one is the latest one. I don't carry this rifle. This is a new rifle. Mine is an M16. My NS service is 1980s. Electro, okay. Everyone have the right to vote. Write down. Every person have the right to vote. Whereas in Northern Ireland, the Catholic in the 1960s, Catholic only got 1 vote. Protestant got 3 votes. So it's not fair. Every citizen have the right to vote for the person to go into parliament. So this is very important. Okay, this is Brick Exit, recently about this group of people. Excuse me, this one might come out in your SRQ, talking about diversity or globalization. So take note, and go and read out of Brick Exit. I think one of the school came out this SRQ before. I can't remember which school. Last year I remember voluntarism. Go and read out what is voluntarism. Okay, like citizen on patrol, residents committee, volunteer police and volunteer soldiers. A nation cannot succeed if citizens enjoy the advantage and not contribute to society. Please. Okay, so we have to contribute to society. 回归社会. Okay, remember that. This is what we tested. Okay, this is one we must take note. Financial assistance scheme, FAS, giving to the poor. Thank you to all your parents who contribute the taxes. Okay. That's where who was that? Who just now was saying income in personal and corporate tax, right? Okay. This is where the money all goes to. Okay. Do we accept refugees? In the 1980s, Singapore got this dilemma to bring in the Vietnamese refugees because of the Vietnam War. Okay, so the ship came here, the boat people, poor thing, but Hong Kong took them, but Singapore decided not to because our country, because of other reason. Let's go to Jingtian, back to United Nations, League of Nations. Okay, all this come into the world, the international law. If you want to study political science and social science, okay, this is the 3 things. Take note, legal status, identity, which is your pink IC. Okay, that's the end of chapter 1. I finish it, so I complete. I don't want to delve with it so much. Thank you so much for all your time today, which is a bit long. I really appreciate it.